Financial exploitation, as I said, sort of follows in oftentimes with the emotional psychological abuse. It's illegal or improper use of funds, property, or assets of another person. Sometimes I have family come to me and basically, we've got an elder who's declining and they may not have done any planning, and the family come to me and say, well, Mom wouldn't want to spend her money on her care. Okay, so how are we going to care for her? How is she going to be cared for? They're serious. They're serious. Mom and Dad saved all their life, and they didn't want all their money to go to paying for a nursing home. But the family oftentimes has not really thought through all of the issues. And where does that statement cross the line and become a precursor of abuse? That is it appropriate not to use Mom and Dad's money? So we're always sort of weighing that. Clearly, of Mom or Dad, Grandma or Grandpa, whoever the elder generation is, are saying that to me themselves, and they are still competent. We all have that right to make those decisions for ourselves. How are we going to spend our money? How do we want to protect our money? But if it's family who are manipulating them or are taking their money for their own use, we have stories all the time of the, sometimes it's the granddaughter or the grandson, sometimes that what I'm going to call the loser son. Though it can be a daughter too, but more often it's a son who's not succeeded in life. They've never had they've never held a job, or at least not for long. They have lived at home their entire life. They basically live off of Mom and Dad's Social Security, and they are very, very, very worried about what's going to happen to them when Mom dies and the Social Security goes away. They're going to be they're not dumb. They know that they may be homeless. And so they're going to be looking at what can they do to protect themselves financially. And they may be inappropriately using Grandma and Grandpa's credit card, or are they drawing money out of the ATM for their own use. And that was fine when Grandma and Grandpa were competent and in control of their own money and could say who could use their money and who couldn't. If you have your kids living with you and you're in your 50s or 60s and they're 20 or 30, that's a choice that you're making. Maybe it's not a good choice, but it's the choice that you're making because of the situation. Once you get to be 80, 90 years old, and they are now 40 and 50 and 60 years old, society has decided that that's no longer, if you're no longer really capable of protecting yourself financially and they're using your money, the society has pretty much turned a corner and said that's not okay. And therefore, where does that become elder abuse? We have cases in conservatorship court where we can serve someone because they are being taken advantage of financially. Usually there's some emotional abuse going on too by that loser son, daughter who lives with them, and we protect them. But do we kick the son or daughter out of the house? Mom or Dad or Grandma, Grandpa, whoever the elder is, has been enabling them their entire life to live like that. They will be very distraught if the law actually kicks this person out. Now, clearly, if there's physical abuse going on, that person's going to be evicted from the house. And we're going to protect the elder who can no longer protect themselves and make good decisions. But society is sort of grappling with that a little bit, about where do we go with this? Where is the turning point? But certainly a family are taking funds right out of Mom and Dad's accounts, using their credit cards without any kind of permission. That's not appropriate.